people of the interwebs who I hope are listening to this. Welcome back to Let's Play Muppet Monster Adventure for RGOGNOCA, really good old games no one cares about. I am WanderGirl108, and I am at my wit's end. If you saw my post a couple days ago, first of all, that means this video is actually working, but corruption of the video of my recording seems to be skyrocketing, which means I have played through this level 3 times. You might think, wait, I thought you said the video is only corrupted twice. Well, funny story about this level. There is a tiny problem with it. And I'll tell that story in a bit. First of all, I wanted to address something from the last video. So, lately I have been on a minor Muppets kick. I've been looking stuff up on YouTube. Mostly Pepe, to be fair. But I've also been looking up Gonzo, because I wanted to know if, his eccentricity in the boss fight is actually based in the show. As far as I can tell, it is not. Hold on.
Hey, this is electrified, okay? Touching this while it's flashing will give you such a shocking shock, okay?
So now we have electrified hazards. Kind of like in Beastmakers and Spyro. Anyway, yeah, Gonzo in the original show does not appear to be a masochist as far as I can tell. He's reckless. Sure, he's a bit of a chaos gremlin and doesn't seem particularly concerned for his own safety, but nothing happens to indicate that he enjoys pain. So I don't know where that came from. Not sure how I feel about it, actually. Okay. These tombstones. See, there is a slight delay on the blaster, unlike in Spyro, and those things are just fast enough to throw me off. So that's minorly annoying. So anyway, this is my 3rd attempt at recording this level. And there was...
Congratulations! You have collected enough evil energy to open the next level, okay?
Okay, first of all, there's been an interesting way this game has been built so far, such that even if you don't have to complete every level to get to unlock the next level, you do have to have visited every level to unlock the next level. Until now. Are you kidding me right now? That was the hint? There was a hint this whole time? Okay. I'm not sure if you can see that. That middle window there is broken. I did not notice this. I am an idiot. So here's the funny... So let me sum up the story of what's been going on. So every time I've tried to record this level, I have been missing exactly one, evil energy. Exactly one. I couldn't find it. I scoured this level top to bottom and I couldn't find it because I didn't notice that that window was broken. Oh my gods, I am a failure as a gamer. So what I did the first time was I exited and re-entered the level, and I even reset my save file. Because I don't know, I know old PS1 games don't have those kinds of glitches. They don't have game-breaking glitches. They have glitches, don't get me wrong, but they don't have game-breaking glitches that'll actually get in the way of you completing the game. You know, old console games were stable like that. And, playtesting actually mattered back in the day. But I did it anyway, because one singular missing evil energy, that felt wrong to me, Like, if it was multiple, then I could assume there was an area I was missing. But a single green star? That felt weird to me. So I played through the level twice for the first recording. Video corrupted. I played through it again for the second recording. Video corrupted. I did not want to look this up. Come here, Rizzo. I did not want to look it up, but I got so frustrated, mostly with my recording software,
Hey, that tickles.
that I did. I'm ashamed to say I did look it up. And I don't think I will ever live down the shame of figuring out where that one missing evil energy was. Okay. This... I still don't think this is great. But now that I know what the clue is, I can't argue that there isn't a clue. Let me grab these and I'll tell you what it is. So yes, it is with deep shame that I must confess I did look this up. And the funny thing was, before I looked it up, I was doing something I used to do in Spyro when I was a kid and couldn't figure out what secret I was missing. Where I would like do things that quite obviously wouldn't work. Like I would be like zapping completely random innocuous walls, for example. Or like, I don't know, just silly nonsense, like basically rituals that would clearly do nothing, but I didn't know what else to do. So I had that experience back from my childhood, which was great. But I never looked any of those things up. I always figured them out eventually. But not this one. No, not this one. Not this one. I got frustrated enough that I caved. And I will never forgive myself for this. So here's the thing. You see this door here? I was convinced that this door was something. Because this door has a similar texture to, so far, every door in this game that has been something, like this one. It is amazing how incredibly right, how incredibly close, and how incredibly wrong I was. This door is in fact not anything. It is just a wall. But the missing evil energy is in fact behind that broken window. How do we get there? Well, I'll show you. Because I looked it up. I am so... I can't forgive myself for this. This is a simple, basic secret like any you'll find in the original Spyro. To be fair, the levels have been so incredibly straightforward until now that this kind of secret isn't something I was, like, in the mindset of looking for. But... I should stop making excuses and just accept that I suck. So, if I can get this just right, what I'm supposed to do is somehow get onto this tombstone, which is itself going to be a struggle, apparently. Give me a second. And I guess I feel a little better knowing that even though I know what to do, I'm not quite sure how to do it. But yes, you land here, and then you jump through this window, because this window is not a window. That is not cool. Now, here's the thing. I need to get up on a soapbox here for a minute. There was a secret in Crash Bandicoot 2, which I will never show on this channel. As I said, I'll never do Crash Bandicoot on this channel. But there was a secret in Crash Bandicoot 2, where there was a wall that is not a wall. But there are hints that something is in the room that has a wall that isn't a wall. And I am all for using, like, the technology itself to mess with players. To, like, have, like, a wall texture, but not like a wall hitbox as a secret in a PS1 game. I love that, generally. But this... I can't say there isn't a hint, because there is. But it's so... Like, you wouldn't... This hint still wouldn't make you think, oh, we're doing the wall isn't a wall trick. Like, there's no reason to think that of this window. You might think, oh, maybe I need to get through that broken window. But you wouldn't think that this window just doesn't exist. There's no reason to try that. And just considering how difficult it is to even get onto that tombstone there, and that there's no indication that there should be any reason to do so, I still say this is a bad secret. Just because there is nothing that would indicate a player going there. Now, if all that was in here was these couple of extra lives, then I'd say it's a great secret. Because that's like rewarding players for, you know, spending way too much time searching levels top to bottom. But because you need to get in here in order to get 100%, I'm going to argue that this is a bad secret still. Even though there is a hint. The fact of the matter is, I'm a veteran at games like these. I should have noticed the window and thought to do something with it. Again, I thought it was that the door wasn't what was a thing, that it might be openable, which would have been a better way to do this, I think. But I don't know. I still don't think there was anything that would have made me think I can just go through this window. Again, considering how hard it even is to get to this window. But fact remains, I did look it up. I suck. I almost don't want to grab this. I'm not sure if you can tell I'm stalling. I don't want to grab this because I didn't earn it. Oh, no. Oh, in the immortal words of Pepe the King Prawn, I feel dirty! Oh, dear. Yeah, as I said, I have been going on a bit of a Muppets kick lately. I watched Muppets Wizard of Oz, which I've seen in my recommended feed. Some reviews calling it the worst Muppets movie ever. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It's not good, sure. Muppets Wizard of Oz, if you're looking for a quote-unquote good movie, you're not going to find it there. It's not great. But it's fun. And the thing is, it's not trying to be anything other than fun. That's the thing, right? Like, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that those tombstones have a freaking delay on them. Like, they're just faster than the delay of the thing. But anyway. I don't think it's fair to judge a piece of media for whether or not it succeeds or fails at something it's not trying to do in the first place. Right? Like, for instance, this game that I'm playing right now, it fails as a beat-em-up. If you judge this by the standards of a beat-em-up, it's a complete failure. But that's not what it's trying to be. It's trying to be a collectathon platformer with light, combat elements that, are tolerable, I guess. And Muppets Wizard of Oz is trying much harder to be fun than it is trying to be good. Right? I mean, it's the Muppets. It's the Muppets. Their priority isn't to be high cinema. Their priority is to have fun. And I think that Muppets Wizard of Oz succeeds at what it's trying to do. Is it good? No. Is it trying to be? No. I had a whole speech prepared, but I'm just repeating myself because, I don't know, I guess I'm still mad about that one evil energy. I will never, I don't think I'll ever get over that. As long as I live, I don't think I will ever get over, one, the fact that that secret is that way that it is, and two, that I had to look it up to figure it out. Oh, dearie me. I almost hope this video corrupts. Which means it's going to be the one that doesn't. If it does, I honestly don't know what to do. I really don't. I don't even know why that happens, let alone how to prevent it. I haven't been talking about this level at all. I've been through this level so many times, I'm just numb to it at this point. But yeah, we're in a graveyard. And, okay, here's another point. As someone with a passion for storytelling, I genuinely do have a passion for storytelling. I actually, I'm getting dangerously close to finalizing a manuscript for a novel that I'm hoping to present to a literary agent by the end of this year. And, you know, a lot of my YouTubes are people talking about, you know, the successes and failures of storytelling. This game, the story would be much better and more coherent if this is all just a nightmare Robin is having because he passed out from fright at the start of the game. You know? Because, you know, then it would be, I don't know, like a sort of lesson on, you know, not to let your fright overwhelm you, and if you just face your fears, you'll find out they aren't so scary. Because, like, the idea that, evil energy is corrupting this entire village coming from Bunsen's, his name's Bunsen, by the way. I've learned that from my Muppets kick. Whatever the heck Bunsen was doing. And the only way to stop it, this glove and this backpack, the only means of undoing this mess are preemptively designed specifically to fit Robin. That's ridiculous, right? And frankly, this whole idea is ridiculous. The idea of the evil energy and all this and that. And how is Pepe projecting himself through flags? Because he's supposed to be, like, projecting his voice through radio antennas, but he's clearly just, like, showing up and handing out Muppet tokens. So yeah, the story would be better if this is all just a nightmare Robin's having. But I don't want that to be what's happening. Because it's a lot more fun if this is all real. Well, real in, like, within the confines of the game, obviously. And because this is the Muppets, and they're more concerned with having fun than telling quote-unquote good stories, I have hope that that is in fact what's going on. That this is all actually happening. But I want that because this is a video game, you know? And video games are supposed to be fun. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I was starting to say, God, I've done this level so many times, I'm sorry. I was saying, like 10 minutes ago, how every level is designed that you have to visit every previous level. I don't think I followed through on the point of saying that's until now. We will get the "You've unlocked the next level" text twice in one level. Because I'm getting all the evil energy in this level. And I have 100% of the previous levels. It's going to be very soon here. Pepe's going to pop up again. Which feels nice. Anyway. I was trying to make a point. I hope this video corrupts. I am floundering all of my words. I was trying to make a point. You could point out the plot holes and the flaws in this game. You could point out the plot holes and the flaws in anything. Fun fact, real life has plot holes. You know, it's poor writing for something to just randomly happen without any sort of meaning or purpose. But guess what? Stuff randomly happens without meaning or purpose in real life. And God, this video is terrible, which means it's not going to corrupt, obviously. You can point out the flaws in a story, but there's a difference between pointing out the flaws and letting flaws weigh you down. I think that the more flawed version of this story would be a lot more fun, so that's what I'm hoping happens here. Muppets Wizard of Oz, it's not trying to be good. Although, interesting point. There are several points in that movie that are very clearly not adapting the famous Hollywood movie, The Wizard of Oz, and is instead adapting the actual source material. And I can't help but wonder if it got knocked down points for that. It's like, oh, why are the shoes silver instead of ruby slippers? It's like, because they were silver in the original story. Ruby was just because The Wizard of Oz was the first movie made in full color. Same with the Emerald City. In the story, you have to wear green-tinted glasses to enter Emerald City to make it all look like emerald, because that's one of the wizard's tricks. And they do that in the Muppets Wizard of Oz. And also, the flying monkeys are actually enslaved to the witch. And they help Dorothy out after the witch is defeated. I don't think that's in the Hollywood movie, but that is in the original source material. So I can't help but wonder if people are marking it down for that. But also, it is the Muppets. And it's like, oh, you know, the Muppets is just ruining this classic timeless tale. It's like, just let people enjoy things. I think that's a compromise that audiences and critics need to come to is, yes, this isn't perfect. Shut up and let me enjoy it anyway. You know?
Follow the bouncing frog, okay?
So yes, this is a Simon Says thing. I haven't memorized it, believe it or not, even though I've done this 3 times already. But I am just generally good at these. So, just give me a minute. Oh, no, that's not what I...
Oh, too bad. Would you like to try again, okay? Congratulations, okay? Here's that Muppet talking.
I do enjoy Pepe. I noticed, again, I've mostly been looking up him. I've noticed that in his later appearances, they toned down his accent a lot. You know, he doesn't say okay nearly as much. He doesn't use as many, like, random Spanish words. Personally, I think he's a lot less funny when they tone him down. But, again, being used sparingly was kind of his gift, I'll admit. Too much of him, like in the tutorial of this game, that, yeah. And here we go.
Congratulations! You have collected enough evil energy to open the next level, okay?
Also, something I completely forgot about him was that he was kind of a ladies' man in the show and the movies. I know there are people who hate that trope. I've seen it done badly, but generally speaking, I kind of like it. I know that's not really okay, but I don't know, maybe it's self-esteem issues. Like, oh, you know, this person has no standards, maybe even I have a chance. Oh dear. Well, that's a heck of a note to end on. So yeah, this video is terrible, which means it probably didn't corrupt this time. I'm tempted to throw it out anyway, but I don't know if I'll be so lucky. So, next time... Oh yeah, my last attempt, because I was able to breeze through this level, because I hadn't looked up the secret and so I didn't have a long rant to go on, I also did this level. So I've already seen this level, We're probably not going to get to it next episode, but when we do, it'll once again not be a blind playthrough. Anyway. So yeah, sorry for the lame episode. I fail at everything. In my defense, my capture software seems to suck. But thank you so very much for watching if you did. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you next time when hopefully we can do better.